Welcome back to the Survival Challenge, and it's the last episode of this series. So we're going to get our sugarcane cut today. Let's roll the intro and get to work. Before we get into doing the sugarcane, we have having finger trouble this morning. We have all our bales to sell off, and wow, that is loud. Biomass eating plant has a pretty good price. The price is going up still, but I want to get these cleared off before we get into the real work. And they are gone already because it's not wood. I just got into the fuel tank. So, and I haven't changed my units. I think by now I would be better at this, wouldn't you? But I think we got nearly $3,000 for those first 4 bales. We have a lot more bales on the back of the Unimog. Annoyingly, I don't seem to be able to get workers to drive around the map for me, because otherwise I would send the pickup truck back to the farm already. I think we might... I know we probably need to hang on to the bale trailer. Oh, the street lights are a nightmare. Keep getting stuck on them. Why would you put a light like that there? Go get the bales off the back of the Unimog first. Why would you do that? Stupid. You're getting loaded, high-sided vehicles coming in. Super slick. There we go. Come on. Let's see if we can unstick the trailer. Did not want this morning. I'm going to slow the time down a bit. Actually, no, we want to speed it up because there's a little rain shower passing through, and then the weather's going to be good for the day, so we may have to skip a little bit of time actually to get past that rain shower. Now maybe we can back up a bit. There we go. I hate backing up dolly trailers. I don't think can't be anyone who enjoys reversing a dolly trailer. If you do, there's something wrong with you, I'm afraid. But this should be a good payout. 180,000 litres of straw. I really hope the trigger reaches. Well, this is going super swimmingly, isn't it? We'll just have to look at the bale sold total at the end. And here comes that rain. Look away, everyone. Don't watch, okay? Yes, I'm turning on dagger strength. I really want to get to harvesting the sugarcane, and this cell trigger is stupid if it's meant to take bales. I know I'm not supposed to use super strength on here, but honestly, let's have a quick look. Bales sold £29,000. I'm happy with that for straw. And there goes super strength. So if you didn't want to watch that, then the bales went perfectly into the sell point, and we are all happy farmers. We sold our bales for €29,000, and we're now going to get some stuff back to the farm, and then I'll see you back at the store with the Unimog. So we need to get a new trailer. Mike. So So we are up at the store now. The rain has arrived, but we're going to get everything we need, and then we'll just wait for the weather to pass and get stuck into this sugarcane harvest. So actually, let's check the sales first, just in case. Ooh. Now, this is the trailer that we have one of already. So I think actually we're going to buy that in the sale for 8,000. 8,500 euros. Looks a bit battered, but that's okay. Hopefully it's going to connect up, because there's the sugarcane planter. There's some nice stuff in the sales. There's our combine, the JCB again. Yeah, okay. Let's buy the... There it is, our sugarcane harvester. We'll leave it in the standard colours. Now, what I'm not sure of is how this is going to work with the vehicles we have available. So I am fully prepared that we might have to buy another tractor. My plan is to have the Unimog carting, and by that I mean running the spare trailer to the sell point, because we are going to direct sell this. Hopefully this storm passes. So we're going to be relying on the old John Deere to do the harvesting, and I'm not sure how that's going to work. So I'm going to get back to the farm, wait for this rain to pass, and I'll catch you in a bit. Mike. Okay, so the rain has stopped. We have our two trailers and our harvester. I have done a little bit of work on the auto drive network that I didn't realize I had auto generated on this map, so that I can take this to the train station silo, because that currently has the best price for sugarcane, and we are going to be selling it. But what that means is we'll have to store it in the silo and then use the train at the end, which is kind of cool because we'll get the income in one hit. Hopefully the silo can hold everything that we're going to harvest. This is going to be a mixture of me harvesting manually and courseplay, probably. Because I suspect I may end up having to occasionally cart in the Unimog. It's a while since I've used this, so I'm trying to remember how it works. I think that's it. Doesn't look like we're cutting. What step have I missed? Lowering the harvester. It's a good job I don't make farm sim content, isn't it? Come on then, let's go. We are off. I can't remember if I have crop destruction turned on here. I think I'm going to check and turn it off, just for the interest of my sanity. Yeah, I'm going to turn it off, because I think there's going to be enough going on, like with the sugarcane harvester towing slightly weirdly and the trailer behind it and all that kind of thing, but I don't need that extra stress in my life at the moment. So, but yeah, I'm not sure what kind of speed this is supposed to operate at. Let's have a quick look. 10 kilometers an hour. We're doing 6. That's not too bad, I guess. That's not too bad. I'll take that. I don't think we need to upgrade the tractor. We'll see how we get on as we go around. This is obviously going to be quite a big job with the width that we are harvesting at, which is why I said some of it will probably be courseplay. Obviously, well, maybe not obviously. I did a tutorial video on how to do sugarcane harvesting with courseplay, and that worked quite well, particularly with this pull behind, with a trailer behind it. So yeah, I'm not at all worried about switching this to courseplay at some point if we need to. if only to be able to get some nice shots, I guess. They must remember to get a thumbnail as I go round. Come on. Yeah, I guess this is where a bigger tractor would be more useful. There are some really dodgy bits on the headland where we pushed the field up to the boundary of the mountain, hill, rocky thing. Probably a hill. It probably doesn't count as a mountain. I'm guessing the one that the castle's on over there counts as a mountain. I think I left some space down by the horse corral to fit the tractor along, I hope. Otherwise that could be quite interesting, trying to harvest that. Yeah, we should, yeah, loads of room. Loads of room. Come on. Not sure why I'm stuck on there. Just the corner maybe. Yeah, the tractor, this is probably right at the limit of the 5020's capabilities, I think. The Unimog would probably be okay because it's got a lot more power, but we really need that to go. It's quite drive to the train station, and we really don't want to be doing that in this little old tractor. What I think might be sensible is actually swapping the trailers and sending this first one off to the silo. We're not going to get another lap around the headland with 2/3 of the way full. I think we need to put manual gears on. Because it's really struggling to find a gear it wants to use. So we might get better performance locking it in a gear. Even though the Giant's gearbox doesn't really work very well, apparently. I'm not a connoisseur of tractor gearboxes, but chatting to some of the farming agency guys who... one of the guys has created a better manual gearbox mod for Farm Sim. Apparently it doesn't work very well. Does for me, you know. Well, I say I don't mean it does work well, I mean it's good enough for me, you know. I'm content. But yeah, I think 80% full trailer will lift up and switch off and swap trailers. And we'll see if we can get Courseplay to go deliver the other one. So if I do that, I should have left this trailer unhooked, really. But oh well. Oh. Manual gears. There we go. So we want to put this in to deliver, picking up from trailer drop off, and we're going to railroad silo. And can't remember how you change that one. There we go. I want it on one. I don't want it to lap. And then if we get ourselves over here somewhere, that. Don't want you to drive to a repair station. Let's change that. No, no. Fly. There we go. He is hopefully off to deliver that to the railroad, and we can pick up the other trailer and crack on. And that's why I wanted 2 trailers. I guess you might in the real world not pull the trailer behind you, but for Farm Sim it works. I'm going to drop down a few gears, put it back on, drop it down. Yeah, we're down. We don't seem to be chopping. There we go. Hadn't lowered it down. So yeah, I think you can get the idea of how this is going to go. Basically what I'm hoping is that the Unimog can get back quick enough and it'll all work out okay. If I try and expand the map, we can see... Okay. You've gone a slightly random route. Anyway, I think at this point we'll get into a time lapse and we'll get all of this done. So, future me will be with you in a bit. So, I found that the auto drive course that I had, which mapped the whole map, sent the Unimog off on some really random routes. So I deleted that and we're making a custom one, which is just going to join up the sell point and the farm, and we kind of get stuck crashing into some traffic and it just does not want to move out of the way. And the bright ones amongst you will spot I'm driving on the wrong side of the road, so I end up turning traffic off anyway once I've recorded this route, just to make life easier. Hopefully the bit of super strength didn't turn you all off too much in the last episode of this series, and it was a beast to record. If you're on Discord, you'll have seen me moaning a bit. This harvesting sugarcane is a big old job. I know now why people don't do sugarcane on a small scale very often, and yeah, you will have seen from the thumbnail that we actually end up changing the tractor. I try a load of different ways of doing this, and I do get into a routine eventually, and we do get it all harvested. So this, yeah, said the last episode of this series. This was my very first series on FS22. And it was kind of sad to record the end of it, if I'm honest, which is maybe a bit pathetic. But, you know, I do get attached to the series that I play. You know, playing this since November, so we're talking 6 or 7 months. Anyway, we are getting kind of full, so we probably need to think about sticking another trailer on the back of the Unimog before we get too far away. There's no point driving halfway around the field and getting full. So we'll swap over again, and I think this time we're going to see what we can do with courseplay and me karting with the Unimog. I think that's where we're going on the next experiment. So we'll use courseplay to drive the John Deere, and we'll see if we can kart with the Unimog, see if that is any better. It would help if you had started the courseplay worker, which is the problem here. I should watch some tutorial videos about courseplay or something, shouldn't I? This is where the weakness of the Unimog's gearbox starts to kick in, and you'll also see that I didn't quite pick up the right courseplay route, so we're actually running a row or two inside what we have already harvested. There was some frustration at this point, I'm going to be honest. You probably picked that up from me chatting in Discord if you're on Discord. If you're not on Discord, there was some frustration involved in this phase of trying to harvest the sugarcane. The tractor speed was really variable, which meant I couldn't just set cruise control. I could have used the speed matching or speed sync mod, which is out now, but I didn't think of that. So yeah, this one was a frustrating attempt. Courseplay worked just fine. It's just me trying to match up with it, and kart did not work so well. Whilst you watch me fumble about trying to harvest some sugarcane, let's talk about some of the cool mods that released on the day I'm recording it. There'll be a couple of days later for you. There are a couple that stand out to me at the moment. We've got the TLX 48-foot tanker back. That was a brilliant addition to the game in 19. I'm expecting it to be in 22. Pretty cheap, it's pretty big, nice looking mod. Yeah. The interesting one actually that came out is we're just going to send... In fact, we're just going to finish the auto drive route off because it appears I hadn't done that at this point. It might have been why I tried to do a load of karting with the Unimog. That sort of makes sense, I guess. The interesting one that's come out is the Lizard LW1015, which basically looks like a couple of oil drums on a 3-point. So it's kind of a bit of a homemade job. And you can use this as a weight, so it weighs... Oh, back to the video. We are just picking ourselves up, excuse me, for 33,000 euros. The Fendt 180. So I used this on Calmston, you may remember, and we had issues with it being able to plough. But it's a really good, cheap tractor, and I think we need more horsepower, and we're probably... What we're going to try now is 2 tractors. So I'm hoping that the extra horsepower in the Fiat will run the harvester at a consistent speed on course plate, and then we can use the John Deere to cart whilst the Unimog does the running backwards and forwards to the sell point. This is attempt number 3 at a different method of doing this, and this one worked reasonably well actually. John Deere was okay at carting once I got into the routine. The Fiat runs the Sugarcane Harvester perfectly well. I do quite a bit of the field like this, I think. Ultimately, what we end up doing is hooking the trailer back up to the back of the Sugarcane Harvester and running all of that behind the Fiat with the Unimog then carting. That turned out to be the best option, and that let me drive the harvester, which ultimately was kind of what I wanted to achieve with this. I think the old John Deere was just not man enough for the job, which is a bit of a shame because it's seen us the whole way through the series, but you know, it's how it is. You might also notice that at the moment I'm in pounds and miles per hour because the frustration I had with the harvesting meant that I went away and recorded the Calmston video you might have seen already, which released before this one, and I forgot to change it back. This was recorded over the weekend where I had a lot of migraines, and yeah, I was just trying to relax and enjoy some farm sim. And so yep, here we are with the trailer on the back of the harvester behind the Fiat, cleaning up all of the missed bits that I got from Courseplay, and this just kind of works really well. Anyway, I was talking about the Lizard LW1015, which was released on Monday, so it's a few days ago for you guys watching this, and it's listed as a weight and it weighs 1,000 kilos. It's basically a couple of barrels on a 3-point, and if I'm feeling really slick in the edit, I'll put a picture of it up on the screen because I do need to do some re-editing of this anyway. The cool thing about this, you can make it heavier by filling it with water. So you can take it from 1,000 kilo weight to a 2,500 kilo weight, but it also acts as a tank. So you can use it to do milk. If you've got a small farm, it's only 750 pounds, dollars or euros, holds 1,500 litres. So you can use it as a milk tank. You can use it for diesel. You can use it for DEF as well. It's really cool. I really like the idea of it. Might end up using that, I think. Depends how big it is. The other thing that released over the weekend, I think it was on Saturday, was the Bandurant Pack. I don't know if that's an official mod pack because it's listed as being by Bandurant. I have no idea how you say that. But that's got in it a really nice spreader, an auger wagon. But the interesting ones for me, there are a plough and a subsoiler. I used the plough on Bergeischland. Didn't ever get to finish that series because FS22 dropped, and I wasn't enjoying playing FS19 at that point, which was a shame. So yeah, got the Brasthor V11 and the H7. One acts as a subsoiler, the other acts as plough. They look really nice. There's a really nice looking front loader with some tools in the pack, so yeah, might be seeing those. And also the Class Zerion Tour Edition, which is a nice looking version of the Zerion 5000. Yeah, back to the video. I guess we are making some progress now. This setup works really well. I can get a couple of laps around the field before I'm full. Switch trailers over to the Unimog to go and cart. and I can just crack on. So once I settled into this setup, I kind of ended up enjoying it. So yeah, lots of frustration initially, and I think that was just down to not appreciating how much horsepower the whole setup would need. I think the Harvester only needs 75, but you're towing quite a heavy trailer. I am on some slight hills, so yeah, I think if you're going to do this, you want a decent amount of power. Probably didn't help that I was using an older tractor, because the gearboxes in some of these older tractors are a bit sensitive, probably like in real life actually, and that is not at all knocking the mod. It's a really nice mod. Gearboxes in FS22, as I've said a few times, are just really tricky. I've tried to tweak the one in the Ford I have on Garmston. Can't do it. Even if I've copied one from the Giants mod, it doesn't seem to work particularly well. So yeah, no idea what's going on there. Gearboxes are hard, but we are really getting through this now. We've got rid of the top of the L in this field, and just that's a little bit of the main body to do. So we're going to end this video with finishing this harvest and selling the crop. Obviously we have a couple of fields that we sell off as well. Not selling the main plot of land, can't do that. And I don't sell off the animals, and I think we have some other stored crops. This series is going to come back somehow. Now, I can either do a complete start again on a fresh map with a fresh survival, or we can progress this series. Wouldn't be a survival series then, so had some feedback on that, but interested to know what people think. Yeah, it would not be a survival series with where we end up on here, but in the end, the frustration at the start turned into quite an enjoyable harvest of sugarcane. If I'm on an appropriate map, probably will do it again, because actually it's quite a profitable crop as well. It's one of the more profitable crops in the game, just because it takes a very long time to deal with, particularly with this harvester. Maybe if you've got the big case one, it's slightly better. Certainly probably be easier from a running the harvest point of view, and maybe some more appropriate trailers as well. But we are done. So what we need to do is get the last of the crop to the silo, and I'm going to go and sell the Fiat because we don't need it anymore, the harvester and the trailer. So the stuff we brought specifically to do the sugarcane harvest, I'm going to sell off. So that's going to get us back to a reasonable position with the cash. We shouldn't lose too much. We haven't had any of this particularly long. And I think the trailer we picked up used, so yeah, should do okay out of that. So we just need to pull far enough into the sell point to sell everything off. So harvester, trailer, tractor sold. We made about 60 grand back for that, and we've got 12,000 litres of sugarcane to take up to the store to deliver, or to the silo to deliver, and then we're going to get the train, because the train has by far the best price. And it lets me, we could use the silo to store it all and sell it in one go. So we'll see in one big hit how much we're going to make. 440 euros per 1,000 litres. Let's call the train back. Not too far away, and the game does reverse it and bring it back for us. I am still a total noob of using the train. I go chasing after it to try and jump in it. It actually stops perfectly where we are waiting. So yeah, oh well. But we've got, I think, just over 200,000 litres of sugarcane to sell. So this is going to be quite a good payday. Yeah, this is me trying to run to the wrong end of the train to get in. So let's load up. There are at least 2 carriages we can fill. So yeah, 206,000 litres of sugarcane off that field. It's pretty cool. I think they're going to get quite a nice payday off of this. And that's for one harvest. Would have probably paid for all of the kit that we had to buy, to certainly for the harvest, maybe not the planting, but 206,000 litres. Let's get this sold. And the train ride really shows off how nice a map this is, I think. It's a shame Giants style the maps the way they do, because bits of it are very pretty, but bits of it are very, it's a Giants map. have really enjoyed this series. It's been fun, frustrating, challenging to work out how to do stuff. And yeah, definitely going to do another one like it. Let's get these sold, and pretty much it, really, you know. But we got 90,000 for that. We're just going to sell off the 2 fields that we brought part way through. Those are going to bring us in a nice bunch of cash as well. 112,000 euros for that one, and 146,000 euros for that one. So we are ending on over 600,000 euros, starting from nothing but a plot of land with some trees on, a chainsaw, and this old pickup. Hope you've enjoyed this series, folks. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button if you did enjoy it, leave me a comment, and I will catch you next time on FS22.